retards. So here's the thing. Are we keeping this in? Because we have been talking about discussing what we were going to talk about beforehand, but I think we've got a pretty solid idea.
Okay.
As to what we're going
what's
for.
the idea?
The vision.
Well, I was gonna say, with the keeping it in, I think you could keep it in. We might have to, it depends. I feel like if you keep it in and you leave it in its rawness, well, we'll have to do a really good job explaining on why we decided to start the podcast.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Otherwise,
well, we did levels earlier, and now we've kind of just started our own little ramble, basically. Because I feel like we kind of just have a conversation in podcast mode already. So it's the matter of just like locking that in and keeping it going. Which, by the way, Jordan, I did want you to try out this tequila so that we can have our signature 2 drinks in clink.
The mezcal?
Yeah, nah, this is just anejo, tequila anejo. It's straight up El Jimador, nothing too crazy, but it's better. This is like above a Jack Daniels in terms of whiskey, but it's no better than a Maker's Mark or
contemplating
or Evan Williams. So let's go ahead. We got the beer, we got the tequila, we got the whiskey. We are 2 drinks in. Fuck yeah, that's
I'll be
solid intro, guys.
A sipping.
Cool. Yeah, go ahead. Take a little sniff. Does it smell anything at all like paint thinner or cleaning solution?
Yep.
Yeah.
Smells like isopropyl.
That's right. Go ahead, give it a little bit of sip. Like, don't take that whole thing, because it's less than a shot, but it's still like, ugh, it's kind of rough. So then he swallowed it.
Yeah, I took a 1/16 of a sip.
Yeah.
But that tastes. What is that? What?
It's like gasoline, right?
I guess not. Oh, I guess maybe.
Tequila's
Like
like gasoline
glycerin?
to me.
Oh, gasoline. It is very much like gasoline. Yeah,
What is
What
that?
do you know about gasoline?
What is?
I know a good bit.
Put it in my car.
Can I name 3 things about gasoline that you know for a fact?
Yeah, it evaporates quickly. It does go into a car, just like Jordan says, and it tastes pretty damn good. Goes down smooth.
I concede.
All right.
But what does that
But
feel like?
you can
once
see.
you've consumed that gasoline.
What does it feel like?
That one in particular.
Here, if you want to know what it feels like, go ahead and finish.
I just want
finish
to
the glass.
observe your question.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to? So you want to know what it feels like
like
after having a nice little thing of whiskey?
Yeah.
Or
Like, what do
or
you first?
tequila? Whatever.
What's the first kind of sign that you're like, oh snap, like I'm gonna take a trip?
Yeah. No. It as soon as I take the
I
second
suppose.
sip,
I don't know, that's a
set down the glass. That's whenever you start feeling, first of all, the warmth.
Second.
The warmth enters your chest, and then the stomach problems start arising, and you start feeling burning that you shouldn't feel, and you get a little bit loose, like your shoulders start becoming a little bit more relaxed, and then you just keep drinking, and the bottle goes down.
Okay.
That's what really happens a good bit. That Tim Smith stuff with the wood-fired chips inside, that stuff is pretty good. But
Okay.
yeah,
Shout out.
drinking in general is fun. I condone it, and I do encourage drinking. As a matter of fact, Clay is handing me the bottle of, what is this, Basil Hayden Kentucky
We
Straight
can't do
Bourbon
nothing
whiskey.
Whiskey.
discreetly.
Whiskey, lad.
I still got a good bit, but
Can we do one more clink?
yeah, we can do another clink.
I
Let's
just
go
feel
ahead
like
and
doing a
clink
clink
our.
right now.
What up?
Yeah, let's put the fucking... Yeah, get that microphone straight up.
Get that thing
In
going.
there.
Water bottle.
Clink.
Yeah.
That
Solid.
was fucking... I love the part where it was plastic. It was awesome. It was fantastic, in fact.
Yeah. It's real.
Really.
Now, I've noticed that there are, at least on Spotify, about like 42 other podcasts called 2 Drinks In.
Dang it.
And that definitely doesn't help with the algorithm, so we do have to be the best one out of them. But
Yep, that's
I'm
mentality.
confident that most of them probably do the exact same thing that we do.
Have you considered rebranding?
Yes. Yeah, massively.
Do you want to share that, or you want to like kind of keep it?
No, I'm gonna drink the
There's-
rest of this.
There's
but
no one that
if
it's a secret from.
if I was gonna share anything, what were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, with what your thoughts, any thoughts about rebranding? Are you still kind of thinking about it, and you want it to kind of be secret, or you?
No, not secret
share
at
it?
all. I don't care about secrets
doesn't
necessarily
know
with
what he wants
business
to
unless
do.
it's like
It's gonna
be
numbers or like well, not even numbers, but like certain things that you just shouldn't talk about,
Right.
like out loud.
Yeah.
I will say, for being a starter podcast, I don't mind talking about rebranding openly. I think it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's cool.
I'm not gonna upset anybody about.
I think the fans probably are gonna kind of have some backlash.
Yeah,
on this.
you think?
May get canceled.
We may get canceled.
Yeah.
That's why
Probably.
we are renaming the podcast Two Retards In.
We do
And
have
we
one
are-
of our fans here with us tonight. Fan, if you'd
Fan
like
number
to,
1.
If you'd like to say anything now. I don't think it's plugged in. Anyway, Jordan already is plugged in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's continue.
fan's being kind of quiet.
So, I was gonna say, are we gonna explain the name? No, we're just gonna leave it.
No, explain it.
How do I explain it?
Just explain it. Come on, go ahead.
So there's 2 of them,
Okay,
and yeah. So
I like it, but let's see what Carter. What do you have?
yeah,
About Two Retards In.
Okay, that could be good, but there's usually more than 2 of us.
I thought. I thought. Yeah, that is the original question. Okay. Well, so for the name, right? The name of the podcast, what it should be. I don't fucking know what it should be. I'm cool with it continuing to be.
I think
2 drinks in. If
I
we
think until we find
get
out what
above
we
the
should call
rest.
ourselves or something, maybe we just
Yeah.
continue with what we're doing.
Exactly. Like it's not something that I plan. I'm not talking about this to decide on it right now.
I mean,
But
you've been
it's more
taking
so,
notes
like,
on this
planting
every
the
day,
seed that
right?
something's coming up.
But you've been taking notes on this every day, like writing up ideas every day, right?
No, but
What?
no, of course not. No, I don't.
What the fuck?
I've got my
Do you not
notebook.
care about this at all?
I've got my notebook right here actually, and I do have
Okay.
podcast rebrand
Let's-
written in here.
Okay, let's see. what
It's past all my passwords.
Let's
It's
see what-
past all my grocery
what's your
lists.
password?
It's past all my rap bars. What
see
else
your
do I
password.
got? You guys want to know the password to my Gmail?
Yes.
It is XY777G
Oh, really?
B
Okay.
B9.
Go ahead.
Here we go. I think I've already passed it. Let's see. Me and my bitch can't be seen together. We segregated. I broke the Geneva Conventions and
Segregated.
7 Nations. You remember whenever I said that on the YouTube Shorts? That was pretty fun. Oh, still going through the
I do.
notebook. What else do I got?
45
here?
views going strong.
Roundup,
5
Clorox
likes.
spray bottle, iron plus table, big fan. Yeah, okay. Neiman Marcus.
Okay, go ahead and
Alright.
add the Go ahead
Yes.
and add the
Oh, actually, I do have an entire page
Really?
featuring a bad entertainment facelift. I have no idea what's on here, so I'm gonna read this out loud for the podcast real quick.
You want to read it before you say it?
What? No, I'm gonna read it out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna sight read this real quick.
Okay.
Sight reading is a term in the rhythm game community in which you sight read something by playing it through the first time
Okay.
and
You
doing
did
your
some
best
film-
on it.
You did some film learning.
Anyways,
Now, is there any context we need to know regarding this before you read it?
Yeah, so Bad Entertainment is the whole company brand idea that I foolishly think is going to be a reality. But we are
The LLC.
we are working very hard to continue the brand and continue
The
this
team is hard at work.
this
every day.
fool's dream of doing something. I think the whole idea is, it's a very the end goal is a long shot for us, right? It is. We're
Always.
starting out in what we're doing, but the whole consistency thing
What's
that
so
we're
foolish
doing.
about it?
Many people try, very few people succeed. It's a foolish idea,
Who
but
just say that we're one of those retards?
yeah.
well, we are one of the retards.
That's exactly-
that's the whole mentality that
There
you
you
gotta
go.
have. Yeah,
There
you
you
gotta
go.
you gotta be like, yeah, I'm being realistic about it in terms of. I
There
mean,
you go.
it is 1 in a million, but I want that 1 in a million shot, which is why we're fucking doing it in the first place. That's why we're doing this.
Really?
Because it's all for me.
Okay. And I'll fight for you. I'll die for you.
I thought we were circling
I'll
back
die for
around
you
to the
guys.
fact that we're
I'm
Circle
such a
back to
mentally
noble
that.
dad.
challenged for even believing we could attempt this.
Well, we're gonna circle back to that issue.
Yeah. I do have the page though. I'll go ahead and just read this out. And then we
Okay,
can keep
but actually,
going.
before you start, I'm going to ask another question.
Go ahead and
It's
ask
gonna,
the question.
Derail
What's the
it for
question?
another 5 minutes.
No, it's perfectly fine because I can keep going too.
So my question is,
I'm ready.
Can you begin it?
Can I begin the page? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, I was
so
waiting
actually
for you
I
to
want-
ask that. Actually, Bad Entertainment Faceless.
Ask.
Match channel to podcast, which means matching my YouTube channel, perhaps, to the podcast. Jordan's getting out of here for a moment, but it's okay because I think we can possibly do all this good stuff.
Oh, you
going
wrote
on.
that down too?
Yeah, I did write that down. That was the second bullet
So
point.
why did you write that Jordan was getting out of here?
Because I needed him to go. It's about time that we get.
Like at the time you were taking that notes. When did you take those notes?
We're gonna get a Puerto Rican in here instead.
Really?
I think because
You think that'd be better though?
I'm tired of the R&B.
For, like-
I want reggaeton in the mix.
Look, if we need a diversity hire, it definitely shouldn't be a Puerto Rican. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Okay, what are you thinking? Well, it's got to be Latina, Latino.
See, that would be hard to
Latinx.
understand, and they would never stop yapping. We
See,
can't do
see?
that.
Okay.
See.
See?
Is that what they sound like?
Oh, you can't say they. That's what someone sounds like, but you can't say they. I mean, that's of course.
They, them. Okay.
Yeah, they, them.
Slash.
They, them, / C.
Yeah.
No. Fucking.
See?
I think this might be why we need Jordan here.
Why?
Because this will be crazy. Match channel to podcast. First bullet point.
Okay.
Matching the channel to the podcast. Basically.
So let's go ahead and match it.
Yeah. What?
Now, what does it take to match it? What we got to do that?
I think so. I said match channel to the podcast in terms of the Bad Entertainment YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Has a completely different avatar logo. It's a shitty MS Paint.
What if we call it
Thing
the
that I had.
Bad Cast?
The Bad Cast.
Yeah.
The Bad Cast. That doesn't sound too bad. I think
Oh,
that
you
that
basically
also
just said it sounds like shit.
that,
Okay.
No, that also reflects
That's what I
what
heard.
the whole podcast idea thing is. No, I usually go that doesn't sound too bad whenever I hear like an idea for the first time. See, my whole thing is that's exactly what I did to you. It does sound like shit. Fuck you. But no, like, have you ever listened to a song and then whenever you're listening to the song, you're like, this sounds like every other song, but then you listen to it again and you're like, that's a banger.
There's some songs, but every now and then I'll hear something.
I never like a song on the first listen.
Are you really?
Usually.
Okay, I thought I felt water like flying all over my legs. I was wondering where the hell it came from. I didn't see it fall, but I saw Jordan holding a water bottle, and I was like, I wonder if that has anything to do with that. And then I just kind of ignored it.
I hope that's not the bathroom.
But you never heard a song like the first time, and you're like, damn, I'm about to fucking listen to this shit 100 fucking times on repeat for the rest of the day. You never had a song like that before?
Nah. But then
Yeah,
again,
that's
I don't listen to
interesting.
new music that often.
See, I don't
What
either.
what do you mean,
but
like new in terms of like it's been released more recently, or just
I don't
stuff
seek
different?
out. Someone recommends me something, probably won't listen to it.
Well, how do you find music? Like, how do you find music?
How do I define music?
How do you find it?
Oh, how do I find it?
How do you come across the music that you listen to that's
I
different?
click on like a Kendrick Lamar song and then I let it shuffle through on YouTube Music, and then eventually something new will come up. And
So
I'll
that's
be like,
kind of
Bro,
like-
that's like the worst way.
yeah, it probably is. But then
Bro, you-
again, like
bro.
I'm set in my ways. I'm very set in my ways.
But don't become that. Why do you want to become that?
So you listen to like the
I
same
do enjoy.
songs
Yeah,
all
I
the
do.
time?
I do listen to the exact same songs most of the time, and I embody. No, I won't embody anything from the songs. Like it's more so a thinking, like track, and it's depending on the song, of course. I've got 3 or 4 different songs, and then it'll autoplay into songs that I've already listened to.
It never gets old though.
Random
Like listening to the
selected.
same old shit.
Huh?
Never gets old listening to the same old stuff.
That's why. Well, I mean, after a little while, it does. So I'll click on something else, and then I'll go back to the other shit.
Do you find new stuff, and like do you feel like when you
guys
find
would
new
be
stuff?
baffled by my like YouTube wrapped up or some shit like that.
I don't know that
Well-
I don't know that I would.
I mean, I
Baffled is a strong word.
I listen to the
I might
same.
get because I'm a little good.
You might be bamboozled by
I
it.
listen to the same songs over and over and over. But
But then you listen to a new set of songs
yeah,
over and over.
and also,
Go ahead.
I
Additionally,
don't listen to new music like that because the
Roll up.
majority of the popular stuff is pretty garbage.
Okay, so now we're talking about like more
Facts.
recently released stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I'm never caught up on recently released stuff because it's usually.
But how about like
garbage
just
and
new
stuff.
music that you come across?
Yeah, like when someone sends me a recommendation, I'm definitely gonna check it out because I know a few people who know good music.
Right.
And so when I know somebody and they kind of understand the music that I like, and they send me a recommendation, of course I'm gonna listen to it. And that's how I found like a lot of good music. Like that's how I came across. And then sometimes it's just, sometimes you kind of find it on YouTube or whatever, things like that. But I don't really let Apple try to find stuff because I've tried it a couple of times and it was awful.
Yeah, you can't trust corporations to tell you what to listen to because then it's basically just gonna try and get you into a certain category and then make you into the agenda. They're gonna fold you into the agenda somehow. All these people are listening to this music recommended by us because this goes with the message that we're sending out. And so, like Apple, they love doing that shit. So yeah, you have to find your own music that you want to listen to and go with that. Which, in a way, I do.
But at the same time, by saying that, you're basically saying just lock yourself in your own shell and not really listen to anybody else and what they have to say.
That is what I do.
Yeah, but there's power in perspective. There's power in other people, just their style of music and why they might listen to that. Like there's different elements, components,
Right.
There's different, because the artist that they may listen to might have similar components to the artist that you listen to, but you'll never know that if you don't just give it a recommendation. Like, and that's the whole thing. Like,
but if I'm gonna listen to music, I'm gonna listen to music because I want to listen to this song, and it just so happens that I want to listen to the same song every single day because I'm a person of habit. I have these habits that I do.
But like,
it's part of a ritual almost.
So like, at any point during your life, have you experienced listening to the same old, and then finding out about some new stuff, and then that kind of like creates a new, almost kind of like facilitates a new era in your life?
Yeah, it happens. Like it can either take a couple months or it could take a couple years or a year, something like that. It happens a good bit. Before high school, I didn't listen to rap or anything, and now
So this
I
doesn't
do.
happen
It's
like on like
basically
every
just a weird
few
fucking
months.
thing. Huh?
It doesn't happen like in every few weeks or every few months, but like.
No, not for
basis.
music.
Oh, okay, that's kind of how it is for me.
No, because like I mean, how often do you guys listen to music? You put on your headphones, or you're in your car listening. You have an hour-long drive. You drive a lot.
all I do is listen to music.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then, yeah, he listens to music all the time, and that. If I was listening to the exact same thing over and over and over and over and over again, then it would drive me insane, and I'd wind up seeking out different things. But I rarely, if I'm at the house, I don't listen to music. I'm listening to just other shit, watching movies, podcasts, something like that. I listen to music in the car, and I drive for 30 minutes.
What about like you ever just like doing chores or some shit, and you're just like, I'm about to listen to some music
Every once in a while, and then I'll put on the exact same shit that I listen to whenever I'm in the car.
Okay.
That's pretty much how that goes.
But you still drive to work every day.
Yeah,
and it's like a 25 minutes.
Yeah, but I will say my catalog of music that I listen to, it's like the same 100 songs, I guess. So that's enough for like an era, because like a song could be like 30 minutes. That's like 9 songs, less than 9 songs.
See,
basically.
what I always wanted was to be able to keep all of my music fresh, but know that I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I have like 11,000 songs downloaded, because I'll hear something and I'll say, by God, that sounds good. I'll Shazam it, whatever, download it, and then I may not fucking listen to it for a while. But if I put everything on fucking shuffle, I may come across it. If I put a fucking certain genre on shuffle, I just happen to come across it.
Yeah.
I'll say, by God. But I've got it right there, because I've already like pre-checked that I like it. I may not remember it, but I know that I like it. So that way, when I go to shuffle every single like of the 11,000 songs I have, I'm gonna fucking like something. I have my own Pandora.
That's right.
Just because every time I hear something, I just fucking put a Shazam on it.
Now I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to Shazam stuff. I just don't feel like doing it. I just don't feel like getting my phone out and figuring out what it, if I'm interested.
I guess
in
we're just
something,
two different people like that, you know.
If I,
We're just two different kinds of people.
we different breeds, though.
We just
we different breeds, though.
Yo, we still family though.
Yeah, we know each other.
We
We still
kin.
love each other, but we from this different.
We
from the
can
different
from the
pods
chicken
here,
pen.
you
We're
know?
hanging out with the hens. That's right.
No, we not friends no more.
Nah, bro.
I'm leaving.
Friend is a 4-letter word, they say.
F leave.
F is for
Go
leaving.
ahead, get
Nah,
that.
but that is that's
Hell out
oh,
of
shoot. That's interesting though.
It's really weird because
Really?
I make music.
Yeah, and that's
Really?
kind of
So like for that's unheard of. I'm the most unique music producer out there,
Really?
guys. Which is y'all should follow my shit. Nah.
Follow.
I'm the most unique music producer ever.
Plug it
because
up.
I don't listen to
Plug
music.
it up.
That's not true at all. I'm just talking on my ass. But like yeah. What were you gonna say?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's interesting.
really
Well,
is.
yeah, and from the component of the component of you're a producer, just because, like, I don't know, just for me, my thing is I'm always trying to figure out how I can improve. Like, how can I become more creative and unique? In a lot of ways, I can do that by I listen to something and then I discover a genre or something that I've never really listened to before. But going back to what we were saying, like with Clay, like there's times where I hear a song and the first time I hear it, I'm like, whoa, this is different. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I got to listen to that song. But then there's also songs where I have to listen to it a few times and it's just like, man, like, wow, I have to figure out how I'm supposed to continue listening to it. Y'all, I'm just kind of off track there. But you hear a song and it's like, I mean, I'm not really that into it. But the more I kind of hear it, it'll kind of grow. But so now that's why I was just saying it's interesting. Like, I mean, I've definitely heard a song and it's like, whoa, that's crazy. And so the idea that you don't really hear that like ever, you're saying you've never heard a song and been like, oh, wow. Like every song that you've ever heard, you're just like, yeah. So even
Maybe
the song
every
that
once in a
you,
while, but I would never say that I've actually like listened to a song and went like, oh shit, this is gonna be my mood for the next however long. Like I've never had that kind of.
well, that's the
experience,
thing.
whatever.
I've never once had that thought where I'm like, whoa, I'm gonna listen to this song every day. It's
Yeah,
more just
yeah.
like oh shoot, like I actually like this song. It's nice. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Like I'm just like today, I'm vibing with this particular song. The
Yeah.
instrumental just hits me fucking so good.
Yeah.
I could ride with this fucking all day. I mean, I could listen to this over and over, and I'm going to, because I haven't juiced the freshness out of it yet. So
Well,
I'm
maybe
gonna-
that's what it'll do because I'll limit myself to like I'll click that as
You're
like the
putting
first
rules
song
on it?
that I listen to. Yeah, I put rules on it.
Why you-
I click that as
Oh
the
my
first
God.
song that I listen to,
Discipline is
and then it
bad.
scrolls through. Well, I mean, like, what's the point of listening to a song over and over and over and over and over and over
because
and over
it's
again?
good.
It's good, but
And
I
then
feel
you
like
wear it out, and then you never have to listen
exactly.
to it again.
It wears itself out, and I don't. I like to keep the.
But
the
you memorize
youthfulness
it at
of
that point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it gets memorized. It gets memorized a lot quicker if you
But
do
I'm
listen to it on
confused.
loop.
Wait, I'm confused.
Okay,
if
I
you
did
only
listen-
listen to the same
you wanna memorize
songs,
it,
then
though?
you would only listen to the same songs over and over and over and over and over.
I'm just realizing that
Yeah.
I did listen to
The
the
hypocrisy of it all. I
the
mean-
Jim Carrey cover of Cuban Pete from The Mask, 1997.
Oh god.
For I swear to God, like an entire month in a row, I was closing down the restaurant and I would listen to that cover song. So I know just like most of the lyrics for that shit. They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beats. When they play the
okay, we don't
maracas,
have to
I go
sing the
chick
whole
chicky
song.
boom, chick chicky boom. Doo, 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 doo. Yes, sir, I'm Cuban Pete.
Jordan, hit the
Okay.
backup.
The senoritas, they sing and how they swing with sombrero. It's very nice. So full of spice. I'll put it in the background.
Awkward.
That
You gotta
is
put it
just
that
like
long.
I will say that is the only song that I really did like get, and it was like semi-ironic that I was doing. I was like, yeah, guys, this is fucking. You know, I'm using the word ironic wrong, but it was kind of like as a joke that I was listening to, but then it did kind of hit,
See,
and I
that
was
be
like,
the
I fuck
problem.
with this.
That's what happens when you
What is the problem?
lean too far into jokes. You become the joke itself.
Oh yeah, no,
Are
I'm
you?
the mask.
Are you? What are you? Some kind of joker?
Yeah, I might just be crazy.
Well, aren't we all?
What do you think about this? Like, what do you think about this like thing we live in? What is this thing called?
Some kind of society.
What?
So that's it, huh? We're some kind of society.
We should make a squad.
Society squad. Society squad. Dude, have we ever made that joke before?
I don't think so.
No.
Why is that the first time after like 10,000
You'd
years
think we
of
would've
that
combined
fucking
that.
joke? That's the first time
Yeah.
Society Squad has ever come
I
up in
think we would have
conversation.
combined that. Maybe we have, but we don't know. But maybe we haven't. Maybe we haven't.
I would.
I feel like we would have repeated it if it was already a thing.
Has anybody?
Maybe
is this new capital that
maybe
we can get in on?
Maybe somebody said it, but they said it quietly or like in a part of the conversation where no one heard them, and they were just like, "Oh, my joke failed."
Yeah.
But really, they just didn't say it at the right time.
Damn.
How many missed opportunities are
opportunities.
out there? Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, what were you saying about that bus earlier?
Chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom.
All right.
All right. Next segment. Yeah, the basement did flood
Again.
earlier. That's why
Yeah.
it smelled like shit whenever you came in.
I guess that's my fault.
Yeah, well, it's not like your fault because it was the
Oh.
plumbing's fault.
Okay.
Because plumbing's not supposed to
You
work
heard
like
him.
that.
I get a free pass. You heard him.
Plumbing.
Give me.
Well, you do take long showers,
There
but I mean
I
the plumbing hasn't
shut
failed.
up.
Do.
The plumbing hasn't failed before, but you do take long showers.
I don't
Both
take
me and-
showers
both
in the
me
morning.
And Jordan,
You take
agree
showers
on
in the
that
morning?
You take a long. I do take showers in the morning.
You take
and
showers
they're
at night?
10 minutes long, and at night they're 10 minutes long.
Okay, well, I take at least 20 minutes total.
And I respect that, but I mean at the same time, it is a long shower. I'm just pointing it out.
Okay,
Why
go
you
ahead.
got to get all defensive
Point
about
at
it,
it.
huh?
Next time I get in the shower, point at it. Point it out.
Well, I am pointing
Say,
it out.
Point at when I get in
I'm
the shower. I want you
Bro,
to.
you're in
I
the
want you.
shower.
Literally pointing
I
at the
want to
shower right
open
now.
the door when I get in the
Uh-huh.
shower, and you were there
You open the
still
door.
pointing at me.
Yeah, no, I was looking at you.
Were
And
you?
you didn't have the towel on or
Really?
anything. I was pointing at you because you take a long shower.
When he opens the
When I
door,
open the door,
and he pulls the curtain,
and I pull
you
the
better
curtains,
be there pointing.
you better be there pointing.
Yeah, that's
Get
exactly
in the
what I
shower,
plan on
take a
doing.
long shower.
Take a
I'm
long
gonna get out
shower.
the shower. I'm gonna wait
He's
for
gonna
you.
get out.
And you
I'm
better
gonna be waiting for
I
you in the
can't keep
shower.
up
Whenever
anymore.
you get into the shower, I'm gonna be upset like that Batman thing, and I'm
I'm
pointing
not
at
fast
you.
enough for
Just in the
this.
corner.
Now, I absolutely love a long shower.
There
The
was a
long
cool
shower
spot.
is nice, though. I do agree.
Yes.
A-
The
after
only
a-
reason I was trying, I was like, "Come on, Clay," because we were about to. What were we trying to do? Oh, we were about to like record or something. And I was like, "Come on, Clay, hurry up!" And he was like taking the longest shower. At
That was like
point,
last time,
I was
yeah.
like, "Clay, you got to speed the shower up now." You
So
can't
what?
take a smooth
Okay,
shower now.
here's how it is. Right, I wake up at 5 a.m. I don't come home for 14 fucking hours, which means I spend 10 hours at home. I have to take a shit, take a shower, right?
Yeah.
And
All the above.
I have to make up for my lack of a shower in the morning, so I gotta have an extra long shower,
Uh huh.
and then I can do other stuff.
That's fair.
I don't do that stuff the rest of the day. I don't take a shit at work. I don't believe in that.
Yeah,
I had diarrhea on the 4th of July. I didn't have a choice,
Ooh.
but I didn't like it.
No, I agree with you. Like I said, the only reason that I was like,
it all adds up now.
the only
It
reason
all adds up.
The only,
Yeah.
The only reason that I was like, oh, come on. The only reason I was like, oh man, come on, because I was gonna leave, and I was like, damn, I wish
You just
this
gonna
man would
leave
take I had to return to the home.
Sounds like a lot of people.
So
like
at
me.
that point, I was like, come on, hurry up, so we can
Past
get to doing goofiness. So in that sense, that's why I was rushing. Otherwise, yeah, I would take long showers all the time, but I have to basically limit it to like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
bro.
It's okay. So a shower, look, a shower to me is not just cleansing. Of course,
yeah.
I must
No, it
cleanse.
is
Yeah, it's
therapeutic.
not-
You have
it-
to. It's a
because-
thinking area.
because of course I do have to cleanse because I'm covered in sweat and grime and dirt like a motherfucker. But also, yes, it's the only meditative thing that you do alone during the day in which you are not about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do, but it's one of those things you don't go in there to fall asleep. You go in there to concentrate, and it's the only place you're away from your phone and away from other people, guaranteed every time. So
the little ledge over
So
here. If
you
you prop
need
your phone
that.
up on it, you can watch YouTube and stand
I'm
up.
not gonna do that.
I do.
Don't say that.
I'm just saying. Just
Don't
put that
say that.
idea in your head.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, he's gonna do it.
He's
He's gonna think
That's-
about it.
I'm
He's like,
not-
damn, I could be watching my
I
podcast right now.
cannot possibly do both at
Yeah.
the same time.
He's gonna be like, damn, bro, Jordan
You
Peterson. new
standing
clip.
there with
I
your-
will not.
with
I
your
gotta- I
just
gotta
your
watch
washcloths
this.
in your hand. Oh snap!
So how would that not make up for a longer shower? How can
Yeah.
how can you pay attention to that while you got
You gotta get the quick little 8-minute, 10-minute videos. Yeah. Some little quick 10-minute videos that you gotta get.
Holy shit! Donald Trump on Wipeout. We gotta watch this.
I'd rather take a shat and do that.
Well, I mean,
That used to be one of the last
Like,
things that you could do, in seclusion, but now it's just a shower.
But what's crazy is like recently,
You're crazy. Don't call me crazy.
I try to find a video that I can just listen to when I drive back to the crib.
Really?
And I can never find a video that's like longer than 20 minutes. Like it just won't show. I'm like,
So I feel like the algorithm goes back and forth.
algorithm sucks.
Right, because-
algorithm is garbage.
Because there was a time where I couldn't find videos shorter than like 2 hours.
yeah, I feel that.
Or-
Sometimes if you
And sometimes that's not longer than 10 minutes. So it's like you really have to like have that, like you have to like search for things like where you're looking at like both like on a regular basis, like kind of this
Exactly.
and then that and then this and then that.
if you constantly watch 30-minute videos, you're gonna get 30-minute videos in your recommended. If you watch an hour-long video, you're gonna get hour-long videos in your recommended.
Because they're like, what's your attention span? You're definitely going to pay attention for 30 minutes. And then you know what? Here's a recommended another 30 minutes. 30 minutes? Oh, that's like nothing. It's not like it'll be 5 a.m. before you fucking know it. You know? But
Right.
that is true. But that's the problem is the algorithm today. It used to be you watch videos,
Really?
and then over like the course of a few weeks or whatever, it starts to kind
Yes.
of tailor more videos and stuff, and that's how I'd end up subscribing to somebody.
Mm.
But these days, you will watch one video, and immediately the algorithm is trying to show you nothing but that video.
Everything.
Every
It's
fucking
annoying.
single thing.
It's like you watch one reel or something, and then your entire feed is based off of that reel. Bruh,
all
I'm
the
not.
videos, all the shorts, everything.
It's like, bruh, I'm not what are you doing? What is that seriously how bad you want me to be hooked to this app? You're just trying to constantly drip feed me dopamine. Oh, he watched this, let's feed him this. Oh yeah, he's watching that. Yeah. No, bruh. Like I'm not retarded, but I am. Because I'm still on the app.
Because
We
we're two
are-
retards in.
Look, we live in a mostly free market. It will do everything fucking possible to capitalize on us. We are nothing but consumers to these big fucking suited old white guilt, white shame, white supremacists, old white people in
White
charge
knight, white
of
star.
the money company people areas, and not even just white. There's another certain people. I'm not gonna say. Mostly Jewish, but that's okay. There is. I wouldn't said it, but there was
He
a
done
Polish
did it.
bitch. She's dead now. It's fucking
Yeah.
rest in fucking piss, bitch.
Uh-huh.
You
Rest.
fucking communist bitch. We will not miss you. Susan fucking Wojciechowski. You fucking
Wachowski.
piece of shit. Look, fuck cancer, but fuck you too, bitch.
Yeah.
I hope you have fucking peace in the afterlife. You fucking certainly didn't give any peace to anybody here, you censoring bitch. You fucking ruined the internet, you whore.
How many
We had
people-
Leafy and iDubbbz going at it all the time. The Keemstar used to say the N-word. What the fuck is he doing now? He's commenting about 18-year-olds on TikTok. You bitch. You fucking ruined everything. Shit was fucking funny. Shit was the fucking Wild West on the internet.
And
You,
now it's all just
you
fucking robot
slut.
algorithms. That's all it is. Nothing but just you have to focus on what's trending, what's
Yep.
the algorithm, how many likes and viewer retention, and you can't just put what you fucking want out there. You have to obey
I do it anyway.
the rules.
And the sad
I'll do
part
it
is
anyway.
the sad part is that is
Oh, yeah,
somehow
we'll do
leaked
it.
into music. That's what gets artists signed today.
What do you
Not
know,
your
pal?
talent, how viral you can be,
Interesting.
how many likes you can get on the video. It doesn't really matter about the content
So
if
you
it's
do
really
know
good or
things.
not. It's just a matter of if you can generate the most likes by following this clickbaity trend and doing the
Yeah.
most boring, absolute, unoriginal
Yep.
piece of work that you could possibly think of. But it's what makes money, and that's what we follow.
Money, 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 money. Follow the money. Money, money, money. But money, anywhere that you are following money, that is surely a path to where there is a lack of soul. And that is rich for a ginger to be saying that. Barter,
yeah.
I'm sure you can echo with that sentiment
Well,
there.
us coming from the bottom, the bottom of the barrel, we have
Now
to
the whole
climb.
team's here.
We have to rise in our socioeconomic status
Yep,
to match because we've been put down for so
Sociology,
long. And I gotta say, the gingers out of all American history have probably been the most oppressed, and we
The first
it's about
slaves in
time that we
America.
do something about that.
Let's get reparations. But
I mean, we're still working.
Between
So join us.
the Scottish people were actually brought over on slave ships. Like 100,000 of them were brought over between 16 and 1700.
no, gingers were first. Irish people first.
The gingers
Irish
were first,
Catholics
but
were
the
made
Scots
slaves first.
came. Doesn't matter who was first. I mean,
Okay,
who was
so
there
he's got some
the
bias
most.
here. He has some Scottish ancestry. I have some Irish ancestry.
Jordan does have some Scottish ancestry, so he does have
Jordan,
a
do you
foot
for
in
real?
this
Little bit of
race.
both. Mhm.
You,
Little bit of
wow.
both. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm kind of outnumbered here,
It's true.
but I
Yeah.
mean,
But a
my
little bit of
people
both, though.
fucking invented leprechauns and shit, so suck on that, pal. So we have more cultural influence apparently. So so that sucks to be you. Oliver Cromwell, he can fucking continue to burn in hell. So yeah. A little bit of historical context for you. In the English Civil War, he went to England or Ireland and slaughtered all the Irish people because they didn't want to be Protestants or some shit. So
How did we get here?
my people are kind of victims, but just a little bit more cultural influence than the Scot people. So the two of you with your Scotsmanliness can go ahead and
How did we get
goodbye.
here? I'm confused.
see,
How did
So
we get
suck
here?
on that.
Yeah.
pal.
It's crazy. Nah, I just don't like people who oppress others.
I just don't like anyone who's not of my exact fucking ancestral combinations.
Right.
I have 100 different fucking origins of that for
Bro,
sure.
are you like Joker? You have 100 different origins?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's right.
It's real crazy.
First I killed these people, and the other one I was in a hospital. Another one, I don't even know what's going on in some of them. Other one, my mom took my PS4, and I said, "Why so cringe?" But
The multiverse of Clay.
really, they have one of those, do they? Can you
Clay-
fucking imagine?
Potentially.
Would
Clay
you watch
into
that?
the Gingerverse.
Would you watch that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
would.
think it'd be like a good? You think I'd be a good multiverse character?
Yeah.
You think it has some good? Yeah, if the multiverse is real, then we all have like literally the same identities, just as us in different realities. So I wouldn't really be unique if everything is infinite.
True.
Do you guys want to out on this? Because so I got propane coming in tomorrow.
Propane.
Do I need to derail the conversation right now, or because I got
I mean,
propane
you-
coming in
You
tomorrow?
can go ahead and you can derail me.
Yeah.
This man.
Clay, not Clay. Peyton texted me a second ago.
Who's
I've been
that?
trying to get him to.
Who's Peyton?
He's been on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah,
So he's a recurring character.
yeah, so
okay.
I don't have to explain.
Okay.
Peyton.
I was gonna force you to do
the
it anyway.
podcast listeners.
I was gonna make you do it anyway.
because there are no listeners.
And now,
gotta
now you
create
pretty
one.
much I've tricked you into explaining him.
So
Pretty much.
Peyton is he's a pretty
Yep.
hot guy,
Whoa.
and
I forced him to explain it.
he works with me.
Works
He goes
pretty good
into
trick I
work
had
tomorrow
there.
afternoon. I go into work tomorrow
me
morning.
credit.
I got propane coming in the morning,
You're
and the propane.
Are they
company
bringing any
told me-
accessories?
Nah,
nerd.
but the propane company told me that I had to get a bunch of. I had to get just one guy, not a bunch of guys, just one guy, and have him at the house. And it was supposed to be me, but I can't be there. I'm piecing it all
What you
together.
gotta do? Just be here to open the fucking door?
I gotta be here to open the door and say, "Hey, y'all." That's it. Literally just wave
Sign
and
a
say, "Hey,
paper,
what's
Wait,
up?"
what
What?
time do you?
I
you're-
go into work at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
It was just weird. I don't do that ever.
Right.
I'm
That's
randomly
why I
on
was,
the
like,
schedule.
confused.
Normally, I'd be going in at fucking 4:30 and I
This
wouldn't have to
thing
worry
is-
about this kind of
Call
predicament that
out
I'm in
sick.
tomorrow.
Say the toilet exploded.
The what?
Call out sick. Say the toilet exploded.
I probably could because it did. Like I was saying, the toilet exploded. I got to get propane tomorrow. No one's there for it. But I just happen to be his manager tomorrow. And he's asking me, what if it makes him late? I'm about to tell him, I don't give a shit if it's late.
Roll.
I'm going to tell Felipe he's doing a favor for me. So let me text that real quick. But yeah, no, like I have to, for some reason, the propane company wants a person here tomorrow in the
dropping.
morning. I don't like,
That's
doesn't make
that's-
sense. they can fill it up on their own.
That's terrible timing.
Yeah, exactly. Like
That's
it,
the best
it
timing.
is
That's
kind of just like the
extremely
weirdest fucking timing for
coincidental.
everything.
It's not. It's an intentional challenge.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
How are you gonna
exactly.
overcome
Like,
it?
this- The entire afternoon, ever since I found, like, I called the people and I told them, yeah, let me just get some propane. They were like, okay, yeah, just make sure you're there tomorrow. I was like, sure thing. Knowing damn well that I work, I was like, sure thing, yeah. I knew that Clay wasn't going to be there because Clay isn't going to be there in the morning. That's like his schedule. He never is there in the morning. So it's I was ready
exist
for
more
it.
at work than I do at home. I'm there. I'm at work
Exactly,
for 12
yeah.
hours.
No,
I'm
he's
here
there
for
all the
10
time.
hours.
Yeah, and
The other 2 hours I'm driving.
and it
What
was
is
no chance
my
in
life?
hell.
What is going on?
I know, bro.
It's time to change.
It would, yeah,
Is it?
nah.
Am I
Do
something
you-
wrong with my clothes?
Change around with the clothes. Do you want to
Not
work
your
on the?
clothing.
Oh.
Do you want to work on the whole like new job thing again, where I like try and I just say, hey bro, get a new job, and you go, yeah.
I
You
mean,
want to do that again?
I definitely get that from
we
other
did that like one time like a
I
month
hear
or
that
two
all the
ago.
time, but yeah, I'd be happy to.
We could try that again. It's
Yeah,
a
what
matter
would you-
of
like
basically
bullying
sit
me?
down and we just go, hey, what kind of jobs are available instead of what you're doing right now? What you're doing is perfectly well. I wouldn't say perfectly fine, but it is.
It's not
You're
Yeah, no, it's not perfect.
and let me
wrong
say
with
this
either.
real quick. You're holding up.
I'll let you.
You're holding up. You're actually doing a good job of doing everything. And you're not a bad roommate. Like I'll say that to make
Okay.
up for what I said earlier. But I'll say you're not a bad roommate.
Make up. What, did you say something wrong earlier?
Yeah, I felt you saying something. It was like about you working 12 hours. 'Cause I said some shit. But anyways, like
I don't know.
you do be
I don't take
working
offense to
and
anything.
shit. All right, cool. Just making sure.
I'm so
We're in the flow of conversation, so I got to make sure. And I one of the things about me is I love bringing up
I derailed it
conversation, and I love bringing up like emotions during conversation because I got
again. Yeah.
because that fucking
I'm
I don't
kinda
care.
emotionless, though. Sorry.
Yeah, all right. So
Why is that? Why is that?
why do I? Because well, so being so what did I go to school for? Communications.
So he likes to communicate.
Yeah. I found out I was retarded in AP psychology
Makes
back in
sense.
high school, and then in
Really?
yeah, and
How
then
did you conclude that?
I had a teacher with a whole PowerPoint explaining exactly how I was retarded. Basically,
just for you?
like yeah,
Like for-
just for me. Basically,
how
it
to-
seemed like every single bullet point on there was just for me. It was It was titled autism, and it was
And you
literally
related
every
to
single
everything.
bullet point.
Yeah.
it was like I do love being comfy in bed. Fuck.
Do you feel like that
I'm
changed your
autistic.
life?
Yeah, it did at a certain point, and of course, I realize how ridiculous that is now. but-
Autistic people like to drink beer. Oh fuck.
Oh fuck! I love it.
But
I love procrastinating. Fuck! I'm
Do you-
autistic. Fuck.
Do you feel like the autism spectrum is basically like
Wait, where
the
we going?
like a newer astrology?
It
Where we
in
going?
a
Where
sense
was it?
maybe, but I mean I do think that like autism is kind of just like
Sorry, I
a
got autistic
random.
for a second
You can,
there.
I mean they say that like some like if you look at like autism, confirmed autism cases and whatnot, they're all different. How you can't really like you can do a through line through a lot of them, which is how we get those bullet points on the fucking PowerPoint that said, "Oh, I'm retarded." But the whole spectrum is, it's vast, bigger than you could possibly think. And I told you this earlier. The spectrum got looped in with the vaccines back in the day whenever people were like autism is causing vaccines, and then the spectrum would also get brought up, so people were like autism is on a spectrum. It's like, I mean, it could be, I don't know. I feel like everybody's just got a different mental state. Everybody comes from different people and different like backgrounds and stuff, so maybe that's fucking autism or some shit, I don't know. But going back to what we were saying earlier, right? About were we talking about the PowerPoint?
No, we were talking about like, so how did the PowerPoint develop into you just being emotionless?
Yeah, okay, so like that
wanted to bring
PowerPoint.
up emotions.
I took AP
Yeah,
psychology
expand on that.
back in high school, and then I went on to do communications in college, which psychology was also included. I think I took another psychology course. I also took a sociology course, and then like at least 4 different communications courses, which was all in depth. So I'm just like constantly, I went to school for this kind of stuff. And you know, you have all these thoughts. Here's the fucked up shit is that I didn't need to go to school for any of that shit, right? I literally had all these thoughts in my head about the way that people work. And then I go to school and they tell me this is how people work. And I go, I was right. Like, it's literally like exactly what you think it is. Like, people, like, dude, if you take those classes in college, then it'll tell you exactly how people work. And it just fucking makes sense. Like, and seeing it up on a PowerPoint or on the chalkboard or well, it'd be a whiteboard, but seeing it there just kind of like makes you go 1 and 2. Oh yeah, no, I totally have the authority to talk about stuff like this. Like, it makes me think that I can actually talk about, you know, like human communication in a way that, and even though I don't really remember most of the shit from those classes, certain things stuck with me that I feel helped me out during communication. So I can point out something like Clay being upset earlier or something like that, even though, yeah, he wasn't upset, but I thought he was, so I called it out, and now here I am still talking about it.
Okay, now I'm upset because you just explained so
Hey,
much.
fuck you, pal, okay? How about you mind your own fucking business? Me and Jordan are having an AB conversation over here.
Well, I was gonna say, so in a way, where does the idea of gingers or soulless, where does the idea come from?
It's
South
funny.
Park?
I mean, you ever looked at a ginger?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Like
I
when?
have. Like right now.
Oh, okay. Well, do I not look fucking
This is
soulless
your
to you?
field. This
No.
is your ballpark.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Do I not seem like a soulless person?
No.
Because when I go through my day, I'm like, damn, I really am just kind of a soulless person.
No. Because
Because I definitely feel like soulless.
Is it because you're
I
ginger?
mean-
Is it because of the hex that the witch put upon you whenever you were born? Because your mother and father crossed her whenever they were younger, and they actually told me about this.
Did they
told
really?
me about that? Yeah.
Really?
They called me up for this podcast and
They
told
called
me
you up
that
together,
you were,
they did?
you were hexed by a
You
gypsy
got them to
witch.
get on a conference call together?
You were hexed by a gypsy
Holy
witch,
shit.
and they told me about this through conference
That's
call
a feat.
through Discord.
Wow.
So what do you got to say about that?
I legitimately think that I'm soulless.
So how do you feel about being soulless, or that was the question? How do you feel
That
about
was-
being soulless?
No, but
Okay.
But no, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from, but I mean, gingers are just like socially different, and I think a lot of that comes from the phenotypical, genotypical differences. Because you know it's a mutation, sure, but that's how like every, you know, gene starts in a species as a mutation. So this is a more popular mutation. It's almost like albinism, but if albinism was more popular. See, like, albinism would have been good for fucking bears that were moving to the ice sheets fucking millions of years ago before they became polar bears. And now they're just all kind of albinist, you know?
Exactly.
But I mean, so I'm a fucking mutant. I know that, right? But I think there's just differences. I mean, particularly in the, what's that system? The neural, what's the neuro system?
Neurological system, Neuralink.
The neural link system with your brain and your what are those things called that feel stuff? Nervous system. That's the galley.
There you go.
But yeah, we have like different sensitivities and shit like that, and so I think that shapes a person's psychology differently, and I guess that just results in a person seeming soulless compared to other people who are, you know, less sensitive to things in terms of temperature and just general nervous system senses, and I think that also affects the emotional, the intellectual, the stimulus environment. I think these are different things that gingers are more sensitive to in many ways. So I think that affects a person's psychology, and you just result in a soulless person.
So why do
Because
you
you
pet
notice-
the cat?
Fucking kitty cat. Man.
That cat was out here like all day today.
What
by
the-
the way,
I didn't see it today. I also didn't really check out there.
was out there just on the
I'm
on the
gonna walk
tiki
out-
bar.
I'm gonna walk
just
to the window right
chilling
now,
the
actually.
entire day.
I'm gonna walk over the window right now and check out that kitty cat, see if it's still there.
Yeah, take a peek.
I'm gonna have
Doubt
to.
it.
Cause I didn't go out there to check on it when I got home.
I don't know. Maybe it's out there.
I'm gonna go fucking look for it right now, pal.
Take a peek. Go see what's up.
Maybe I fucking will.
What were we talking about for the cat?
But if you're
Do it.
soulless, do you not? So that would imply that you don't really care for animals. So why pet the cat? Would you not really care?
See, this brings up an issue that I have in my head all the fucking time.
Thank you, Carter. Why do you pet the cat?
No, I pet the cat because it makes me. It looks at me with those fucking eyes and that scratch mark on its side, and it just starts rubbing up and makes me go, God damn it! No one fucking loves you. I'll touch you for a second.
You see, cats are solitary predators in nature, and we've domesticated them very differently from dogs. So there's an appeal to cats and there's an appeal to dogs, and they're very different. Cats are more of an introverted creature. You know, it is kind of something that you have like more of a mutual relationship with, versus a dog is kind of like a servant, sort of. It plays a role. The cat doesn't really play a role unless it lives in the barn and takes care of your mice or whatever, you know. But in terms of why do I pet the cat, you know, I kind of have more of an affinity and an understanding with like animals and creatures and natures and things compared to humans. I don't connect to humans as well as I do to animals. I just find it more easy to do that. Mainly because an animal can't say no, stop touching me.
Well, an animal
person
would
could
love
say
you a
that.
lot easier. An animal
Yeah.
loves you a lot easier. There is a way lower skill ceiling.
It's
to
easier to be
have
liked by an
love
animal.
You just
Yeah.
give it some
Yeah,
fucking
it's
food, and it's literally your baby.
Yeah, humans don't
So-
work that way. Humans don't love you,
So
No, for real.
especially when you're ginger.
it's just interesting. Like, it genuinely is interesting, like, sitting here listening to you guys say that. Because I swear to you, never in my life have I ever looked at it like that. Bro, I have never once been like,
Well, you're not a white person.
yeah. And so, but
we're
the
like
question...
we're like the outcast to the white people.
So the question then becomes, how much of it, because I know you mentioned like there's a kind of psychological thing to it, how much of it do you think could potentially just be like stereotyping? You've been outcasted so much from the moment that you're born that you begin to play into that. Yeah, this is what they think I am, so why not just inherit that? You become that subconsciously
Well-
because it's what you've always been brought up as.
either
Yeah, basically.
either you're fighting against it, or you're fucking embracing it. And so I did fight against it when I was younger, but I don't know about you, but I was that fucking like, I'm that freak of fucking nature. I don't have ginger parents.
You got hit with the recessive
I don't
gene
have
too?
ginger parents.
Me too.
I don't have ginger.
That's how it went.
I don't have ginger siblings.
Yeah, no, it's the recessive gene,
You
bro.
were
Just-
the freaky deek as
just
well.
lines up every once in a while.
What fucking? There's no explanation for it. So to say outcast is a way for it. So easy target to the siblings, easy target to the other kids, whatever. But I mean, you kind of hardens you as a person. Like, damn, I'm just a different fucking person. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna shelter myself, And then you're like, you know what? Fuck it. If I fucking embrace the stereotypes, then it doesn't have any effect on me.
Yeah,
So
that
you
is
can
true,
joke
yeah.
about it. You can joke about it, right? You can joke about it with them, and that removes the actual intent or the seriousness behind it. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the N-word, right? Like you can take it and use it for your own, and you take the power away from it, right?
Right.
So then, fucking what? But I mean, of course, you can get to the point where it can become self-depreciating or self-deprecating, and I mean, just don't let it come to that level.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd do it
It's all
ironically,
moderation and
usually.
knowing exactly how people work, whether or not they say things in jest or if they're actually trying to like get one up on you or something like that. Because someone can say something someone can say a joke, but it's trying to one up you.
Yeah.
And like usurp your power, and then sometimes some people can
Usurp.
make a
Interesting
joke.
choice.
and it's usurp. That's a
You're
pull
doing
right
it
there.
again. You're doing it again. You know that, right?
So the etymology of usurp.
But see, so I guess so that's a good point. He brings up a good point. So the thing is, sometimes do you not feel like you preemptively try to do it when there's really no reason to?
I literally can't. No, no. If anything, people come at me because I don't want to say this on the pod. I'm bald, bro. I'm fucking bald. That's the first thing that people notice about me. They don't and then they bully me with the ginger shit later. Growing up, it was more of the ginger shit. I didn't have a beard whenever I was a kid, but whenever I was younger, whenever people would come at me for a ginger, it would be like, oh yeah, I am a ginger. I forgot. I literally it's not like on the front lines. I'm not because they'll hit you with the. So what's it like not having a soul? And it's like, oh, it's real funny. Like you have to come up with something basically, or you can punch them, but it's one of the two. And what are you gonna do?
Well, here, so there's so you can joke about gingers, but everyone was also scared of gingers because that firecracker fucking temper that gingers are known for. Now I fucking really had that.
Gingers do have souls.
and like that guy, and I don't know if that's just because I got my ability to be wrathful from my father, or if that's just, or it could be both in part from that and also being a ginger. That pain tolerance and extra sensitivity that comes with that gene. So there could be something there. And I forgot where I was going, but I'm sure if I continue to talk here and continue to mispronunciate and pronunciate words, that eventually I'll find where I was going. But actually, what I've come to find here in recent seconds, in this last couple of sentences here, if in fact these haven't been one singular run-on sentences, is in fact that I have completely lost track of where I was, and the room is kind of like misty right now. It kind of like smells kind of fruity. There's sort of a nicotine situation going on here. Jordan just smelled his nipple. I didn't know he could flex it that far. And Carter's like that alien dancing meme.
Okay. Okay. But going back, no. So
like
I
that,
see.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, but no, because going back, because like I see what you mean, where you're coming from. The reason I had asked that is because, like, it feels like when you like, it's almost like it's, what did you say, like in psychology,
right?
Basically, like when you're talking to somebody and it feels like they're trying to one up you.
Yeah.
Like it feels like you're trying to one up everybody else preemptively.
Yeah, if you have that defensive mechanism where you like jump out at people like way too rash, then definitely it'll feel like other people will be like, why are you attacking? Like if someone asked me, hey, why do you like stealing souls? And I said some other racist shit. I don't know. Then that would be like, yo, that's not fucking cool. But if I went along with it, then that'll be a lot better. Like, oh yeah, it's I've up to 300 today. Ha ha ha. Like some shit like that. Like that's like the easy, like a little defense basic.
Well, I think it depends on how you approach it. Because you remember Nick, the kicker?
Mm-hmm.
You remember Nick?
Yeah, I remember.
He lived in the neighborhood. Same was me.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm gonna assume that that's sincere. But I remember one time on the bus, he asked me, "So does the carpet match the drapes?" Because I've gotten that so many times. And so I asked him, "What, you got an afro down in your pants, sir?" So It's not defensive. But it's also kind of like, okay, well, what about you, pal? I mean, that's kind of a fucking weird question to ask. Yeah. But I mean,
I guess
you must know, here I can pull out just a few right now and give them to you. If you want to analyze it,
I guess I'm just realizing.
Oh yeah. Now that is good. Now I remember that person you were talking, and that is funny. But
he's a good fella. He's a good fella.
I guess I'm just
realizing like a white guy or some shit.
I was raised with more decency, I guess.
Really?
I guess. I
can't relate.
Because here's my thing.
Yeah.
People say that you guys are soulless. There's a reason that there's only 2 people that I still hang out with from high school. And it's you two niggas.
Hell yeah.
There's a reason for that.
Well, see, I think the reason is you have the soul, right?
Yeah.
Black. And then we need that, and you have plenty to go around. So
That's why we met.
So I don't know what we have to offer to you, but I mean,
We're three
definitely
minorities.
thriving.
We might be 3 minorities in. And guys, that might be the new title of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 3 minorities.
He likes it more than the bad cast. Can you
Yeah.
believe he turned that one down?
Well, I do. I always
The
like
Bad Cast podcast.
I
He
always
said-
like my
he said,
ideas more than others.
Yeah, that sounds like maybe. Yeah, okay. That sounds like
think
fucking
about-
shit.
We'll,
is what he
we'll
basically
workshop.
said.
We'll workshop that one. 3
He's
minorities
gonna put it in the
in.
fucking workshop.
Genius.
He's
Let's
gonna have to
that
put a
in.
fucking saw on it, run a saw through it. He's gonna get the fucking carpenter pencil. He's gonna fuck it. I've already fucking cut off too much. This fucking sucks. I never should have started on this project. Fuck it. So that's basically what's gonna happen. So he thought the idea was shit. If you don't like the idea, just don't even fucking play with it, pal. Don't fucking edge me like that. You're edging me here for no reason. You know how many times I've been edged by people for nothing to happen?
Nah, bro.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
You know,
here.
Clay, I didn't really mean to.
I
do
have
that to
ED
you.
now. Fuck.
That was a terrible thing that I did. To
Ed,
you.
Ed, and Eddie.
Do you have another
Shit.
idea? Maybe another.
No.
You have another
That was
idea
it.
for
I
the
put
podcast,
all of my
maybe?
energy into that single fucking idea.
Well, maybe do it again.
And
well, maybe do it
Jordan's
again
falling
for me.
asleep now. We've rocked him to sleep. Are you a shimmy me type of person, or are you more of like a... Which kind of person are you, Jordan? Are
Jordan,
you
wake
are
up.
You a me, or are you like a...
I snore.
Are you a hawk shoe or a me? Who the fuck would say? Has anyone ever fucking said that in their sleep? Me.
I'm sure people in the 1500s.
I would
do.
punch somebody if they were sleeping in the same house as me and I heard them doing that in their fucking sleep. I would punch them. Wake the fuck up, pal. Something is horribly wrong with you. Me.
Well,
What
maybe
the
don't.
Like
don't
if
put
you
your ear
said
up to my door
shoot,
later.
like I could fucking probably like stand, be okay with that, right?
Yeah.
But if you said
Yeah.
me, I would stick my fucking foot in your fucking mouth and tell you like shut the fuck up, like sleep like a normal person, dickhead. So you better watch it, Jordan. Don't fall asleep in this house if you got some secrets. Fuck's sake, because I will find out. All right.
Oh yeah.
Then Jordan said, softly, harshly. He doesn't agree with actually the sentiment of what we were saying. I think
It's
we
kind
should
of interesting.
Let's discuss this.
Yeah.
Let's break it down.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so for this first part, I was thinking, so basically based on what he was saying, and based on what he said, like, so there is kind of a disagreement here. And if you'll
there's
continue
a fundamental,
from
there's a clashing of fundamentals
Yeah,
going
go
on
ahead
right
and
here that
take
we
over
really need to
from
get to the core from.
there,
And if we can dissect that a little bit further, I think that we
Okay.
get to the core of the
Yeah.
roots of the issue, if you will.
who would you want to go into that?
So, who
Do you think you could lead that presentation, or do you think we should elect another member of the council here?
there's definitely because I was I was elected into office not too long ago, and I
Really? Who the fuck voted for you, pal?
well you. So
You got a point, I guess.
well yeah. So I and as chairman of the office, I do give over the power to
What season?
Jordan, season 7, to hit a lick on the rambles for a second. But yeah, or maybe it's time to. All right, yeah, let's hit one more stinger and then we'll fucking end the podcast because it is getting late now.
Okay.
We said this was gonna be a quick
Does
podcast, and
Does
Here we
anybody
are,
have a
this is-
wasp?
it's 11:30 right now. I don't know if you knew. Yeah, it's gone on. Time has passed since the beginning of the podcast.
Really? The,
If you
the
would
significance of the passage of time,
believe. Yes.
and to be unburdened by what has been.
Well, when time flies, when you're having fun.
See, there's this bigger country, Russia, and they're bullying this little country, Ukraine, and that's bad.
It kind of is, bro.
If you're retarded, I'm going to explain this.
Kamala
Basically,
good.
I want to explain
Trump
to my
bad.
voters who are very intelligent, which is why I
Ukraine
have to
good.
explain it to them like they're fucking
Russia
two.
bad.
You know, Isn't
It is real good.
Have you seen that clip where she
Come on,
explains the
that's bad.
fucking the Russia war, Jordan? Kamala says, she says basically, there's this bigger country, huge country, biggest country. It's tremendous. She says it just
Are
like
you
that.
talking about where she's describing Russia?
No, she's describing like the war. She's
And
trying to,
yeah,
she's
no,
trying to
she-
explain,
she-
I guess, to her like voters.
Yeah, and
Basically,
it's literally
there's this
she's
big
talking to
country,
a fucking second grader.
Russia. Russia is this big country, and they're invading this little neighbor, really small country, Ukraine. Basically, that's bad.
It is the worst display of
Oh.
a politician speaking. It's fucking
Meanwhile,
crazy, bro.
meanwhile, Tucker Carlson sneaks into Moscow, talks to fucking Putin, and Putin fucking talks for half an hour straight about the history of Russia and Ukraine.
Yes.
Holy
Yeah.
fucking shit. Like, a person that actually knows what the fuck's going on versus a person that is
Running for president of the United States.
doing, like, doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Does anybody know anything?
It.
Why are you in a position of power and you don't know anything?
Well, there's an answer to that, but we won't get to that here.
Oh, we can. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
no, it
too
is.
racist.
It is kind of. Well, it is. There's a whole lot of. She is racist in a way. It's a lot of ice. Lot of ice. Lot of ice. That's the most ice for a whiskey glass I've ever seen.
I mean, yeah, you know.
I looked at that. I said, "You don't need that much ice. You don't need that much ice."
Okay, well,
Yeah, no, but like no, she's more of a puppet
ice away
than
from my
Biden.
pocket for later.
Actually, less of a puppet than Biden. Biden is checked out right now, but Kamala Harris is a very, very propped up leader.
Biden is the weekend at Bernie's.
And you hear about the shit that she's drunk all the time, too. That she,
I mean, Nancy Pelosi's
drinks.
a fucking alcoholic, obviously.
yeah.
Tell
But
me
then
what she's
again,
on.
could you be a politician without being? Winston Churchill, greatest.
Good morning.
One of the greatest politicians
Sunday
ever.
morning. Fucking when the fucking when your fucking
Sets
computer fucking resets after the update.
Good morning. It sets down the mimosa.
Pass that
yeah.
whiskey real quick.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the whiskey. Should we end the podcast with a clink?
I say we sing a song.
I was gonna say we should end the podcast because we went all political on them.
All right, we'll sing a song.
We didn't
though,
go
a song that
political.
all
We
know,
just
'cause I
talked
actually do like
objectively
that.
about how retarded the world we live in is.
Yes.
Can I pour my
I
whiskey
mean, you
first?
did.
Go for the
It's
whiskey.
just
Can I pour? Hold on. Yeah, before you let me pour the whiskey.
Go for the whiskey. Why are you pouring it? Pick up the glass in your other hand. Don't. Why are you? That's not very savory of you. You know.
Raw whiskey, I cry. If I don't get raw whiskey, well, I think I may die. Gonna go up yonder holler, build me a still, and sell you a gallon for $5 bill. So if the oceans was a whiskey and I was a duck, I'd swim to the bottoms and never come up. But the oceans ain't a whiskey and I ain't no duck. So play the Jack of Diamonds and trust to my luck. Jack of Diamond, and no.
Thought you were gonna end it there.
Rob
Damn
my
it.
poor pockets of silver and gold. It's beefsteak when I'm hungry.
Are we keeping all of this?
whiskey
Do you,
when I'm
if you got like one final thought, Jordan, keep singing. If
no.
you got one final thought,
You
just
just
interrupt him.
ended this. Why
Just
are we
just
still
interrupt
going?
Raw whiskey, I cry. If I don't get raw whiskey, well, I think I may die.
Hell yeah. All right.